Hi, I'm Jane Nahirny, Editor-in-Chief of British Columbia Magazine. I'm in the South Okanagan today, and I'm talking to Dick Cannings, who is a biologist, author, and British Columbia's most preeminent expert on birds. Hi, Dick. Thanks for welcoming us to your home today.
Yeah.
Dick, when people are just starting to learn about bird watching, what are some of the things that they should bear in mind?
Well, one of the things that I think is really important for birders of all descriptions, be they beginner or not, is to have a notebook.
Okay.
And having a notebook out with you forces you to really look carefully at things.
Great.
If you're beginning, just write down what you see, describe it, then go back home and look in your field guide and find the bird that way.
What about the field guides? There's so many. I have so many in my office.
Well,
how
for
does one
field
choose
guides,
one?
there's half a dozen of them out there that cover the whole continent, which is a good one to have because you never know where you're going.
Yes.
But it's always good to have a local guide too. This is one for southwestern British Columbia, and this is less confusing. There's only 250 species here instead of 700, so it's good for beginners especially. So I would have a couple of field guides if you think you need them, but that's a really important one to start with.
What about all the digital things that are out there today?
Well, there's so many things out there, from iPhone apps and BlackBerry apps that'll help you with your field guide. You can listen to birds singing.
Oh, that's cool.
But one of my favorites for an online help is eBird.
What's that?
www.ebird.ca. It's an online program that allows you to enter your sightings, or you can just go there and look at what's been seen in your area. You can look at Vancouver or Kelowna or Prince George and see what birds have been seen here throughout the year, or what birds have been seen here last month. If you're looking for a particular bird, it'll tell you. So it's a wonderful thing to get involved with, both to enter your own sightings and to see what's there.
Terrific. How does a person know where to go in their own backyard even? How do they get started with that?
Well, pretty much every community in British Columbia has a naturalist club or natural history society, and you can Google it to find them, or you can go and ask at the museum and things like that. Most of them have weekly field trips for birding. Our local one goes out every Thursday morning. Wonderful people, very friendly, and
so you can have some mentorship there.
Oh yeah, exactly. They're really, well-read people that know where to go birding and what you're seeing. So it's a great way to eliminate all the early mistakes.
Hey, I see you're wearing a pretty fancy-looking pair of binoculars around your neck, which brings me to my final question, and that's the equipment. What do people need to birdwatch?
You do need really to get beyond your windowsill.
Opera glasses don't work?
No, you need a decent pair of binoculars, and unfortunately with binoculars you get what you pay for. So, take a look at how interested you are in birding and spend accordingly. So I would spend at least $200 or $300 if you can. And it's good to get something that focuses close, has a wide angle, you can find things easier. Try to avoid the little tiny binoculars that have very low light gathering and low narrow field of view, so you can't find birds. So yeah, spend what you can there, and especially if you're on the coast, get a waterproof pair. If you want to see what it looks like through a decent pair of binoculars, let's just go out here and have a look for a meadowlark or something.
Great.
Now you can just focus with that ring there, and you can adjust the eyepiece for your own eyes if you want.
What is it about birds that interests you so much?
Well, I think it's like anything, but especially with living things like birds. Birds are so easy to observe, they're interesting to watch, they do interesting things, and once you start to get to know them, you start to care about them. And it's kind of the first step in caring about the world. You suddenly realize there's, everybody kind of knows that we're sharing this planet with other species, but once you get to know them intimately or personally, it makes a huge difference in your attitudes toward the world.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much, Dick, for inviting us to your home.
Oh, you're welcome.
Today I've enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
For more about bird watching, pick up our spring 2012 issue of British Columbia Magazine and look for the feature on Dick Cannings and his son Russell as they give us our top spots to look for birds in the province. Thanks.